Hi, my name's Christine, and I want to talk about the data centers today. I had a couple of ideas that came to me because I happen to be under a flight path. And they come pretty low because they're near, a lot of them land in Gary. So they come right over my house and my whole neighborhood and stuff. Using flight paths to your advantage for drone coverage as well as the low planes having visibility. Sheets, everybody's got some old sheets or whatever. Go to Goodwill for like $3 or something. Get a sheet and do some painting on it. Make it quick and easy, but it's big. And if people don't have all the supplies, but they got a sheet or someone will donate a sheet, maybe you guys can get together and have like a painting party. And I'm suggesting things that say, no data center or people over profits, water is life. All of these things that were not being heard can really be heard by the people coming into these airports and seeing, because, mine might be seen. They put the drone up all the time, so it might be seen there. We have a festival on Thursdays where the drone goes up. So if neighbors have that all over their, roofs or in their backyards, then the message is going to get out. And even deflock, right? That just was unconstitutional. So maybe, Fourth Amendment rights, deflock, no surveillance, anything that's small that you can get it on there so that a drone, if it's being captured or news, anything, and then imagine, because social media likes to put us into these different algorithms where you're only siloed to what you want to hear. So you're not hearing any kind of whole story. And then, like no NDAs. That might be a big one, Hobart. Yeah. Sorry, my wet hair and my face, but I wanted to I was jumping out of the shower. I think this is a good idea to get a lot of visibility. Imagine it going into all of the, they want the whole lakefront. So there's airports all around here, South Bend, all up in Michigan. Could you imagine our words actually being heard? And so how do we do that, right? Let's see, did I have one more thing? Things to push for. Yeah, I also have something. If anybody wants to share ideas with their community, with their city councilor or whatever, to try and have some of these things pushed, I have a whole website on things that are like cleaning the water as it goes, storm. It's all disaster avoidance. I'm trying to make this really short, so I'm rushing through it, but it's under the guise of disaster avoidance instead of disaster recovery, which is after the fact, and it's gonna, self-explanatory. So there's a whole website that I've created. No one's really listening to it. I gave it to my council. They really didn't give a crap because no one has reached out. As vocal as I am, they don't want to talk to me. So I had to put it in a website so anybody can have it. So please take the ideas there. They've been proven all over the place. So let's make this world better. And then how to do this, share that stuff and tell your local people that this is a better way to do it. It can save them so much money, right? You change your insurance rating and then everybody's premiums change, right? There's big picture things here and you can do it all for free and it's all on there. It's oh god, www.remediatingtherustbelt.com. remediatingtherustbelt.com. And it's okay, so how to get the word out, right? About any of this. Remember Practical Magic where Sally had gotten on the phone tree day? Yeah, so phone tree day, if you guys are all Practical Magic girls and boys, then this is kind of how it is. You just, I don't know, the top person that's got a whole lot of information is going to have like the info that needs to be filtered down, but it's just filtered to a few people, right? And then and they ask questions. And so the questions go back and forth. It's not this top person that's just getting bombarded with where to put all the information. It's, God, sorry about the light. But anyways, I didn't do it on both sides because you get the picture. All right, please, let's make changes. Let's start a movement, right? That was the last thing that I had on here. How to start a movement. But also Derek Sivers, I put his video, How to Start a Movement, in one of my training videos back in the day. And I reached out to him asking if I could do that, you know, because it was all, I don't know, businessy stuff, and you have to have the rights to do that. So anyways, it was fantastic. It's a 3-minute video. And it's talking about how to start a movement and how it takes one crazy person to be out there, which in our case is kind of Angelita, but you know, it takes one person to get out there and act a fool, and then, you know, more and more people join, and it becomes about the movement. It doesn't become about the person or the people, you know, individually. It becomes about the whole collective. And I think that's what we need, because our voices are getting shut and muted all over the place on all social media. So, and then we're being listened to, and our data is being barfed back to us. Anyways, okay, thank you. I hope you do something. I love you. Bye-bye. Ah.